I've always been quite interested in the history of garments, where they came from, how they got their names, and what they went through to become the items we know today. For the first video of this research series, I'll be talking about the history and the origin of the Qipao, though some of the historical facts still remain debated among scholars today. When we think of the Qipao, the first image that likely comes to mind is probably the body-hugging dress with side slits and a mandarin collar, like Chun-Li from Street Fighter or Maggie Cheung in Wong Kar-wai's iconic film, In the Mood for Love. However, the Qipao didn't always look this way. Actually, many of the features we now associate with were inspired by Western influences. The name Qipao has two parts. Qi in Mandarin refers to the Manchu people, and Pao means robe, so together it was the Manchu's robe. But who were the Manchus? During the imperial era, China was mainly governed in the south, while beyond the Great Wall, many nomadic tribes hunted and rode horses across the northern plains. These tribes were unified by a leader named Nurhaci, who organized them into an 8-banner system with different colors representing different social and military ranks. The people named their unified identity Manchus, or Manzu. Because of the term banner, Qi, the Manchus were also called Qiren, or the banner people, and so their robes were known as the Qipao. The Manchus eventually overthrew the Ming dynasty and established the Qing dynasty, which also became the last imperial dynasty of China. Qipao differed slightly between men and women. Men wore what's called a changpao, and women wore a changyi. Both were worn as an outer garment all year round, and it was padded for the cold seasons. Because of their horseback riding lifestyle, the changpao had special features like slits on all the sides for ventilation and ease of movement, and cuffs shaped like horse hooves called matixiu to protect the hands and shield against the wind. Changyi, on the other hand, slowly incorporated Han woman style to their own, making the sleeves longer and wider with beautiful patterns when rolled called wanxiu. It mainly had a round collar, panko knots, and 2 long slits just below the underarm. Completing a changyi could take at least a year, even for the most skilled artisans because of the precise embroidery and decorative hems involved. There are many sayings regarding the use of colors, fabrics, and designs, often corresponding to a wearer's age and rank. Designs usually drew from nature to capture specific moments or the changing seasons,